heart of the Sooner Nation. Memorial Stadium already rocking with the sounds of Boomer. Number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Taking on the third-ranked team, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Buckeyes will kick this deep to start us off. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Keeping it on the ground here. Breaking free at the 35. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game. Boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
That's a solid run, good for first down yardage. The back's got it. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
And the Sooners with first and 10 here. They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. You'd be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
The Sooners are in the red zone now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They're going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. They'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Makes a quick grab. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. And think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Trying to find some room. It's Fowler. Solid gain. Moves the ball to the 37.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the 1st down.
Positive yards, that's all you want to see as an offense. As long as you're moving the ball forward, it's going to give you a chance to continue to get 1st downs. What are they looking at now? 3rd and inches, it looks like.
They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. The 1st down pickup tackled at the 45.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Short throw complete to the tight end. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Finding space at the 20. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
On 1st down, they'll keep the running game churning. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 3, Ohio State 0.
Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Escapes the sack. Makes the grab on the move. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Boy, really good job up front here by the offensive line, giving the quarterback plenty of time for that route to clear underneath before he made the throw.
The Buckeyes will line up now. It's first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Ohio State. Can you say methodical? A marathon march, Kirk, just pounding away and wearing down that defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving the sticks until they got into the end zone. What a drive.
PAT makes the score 7-3. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Testing the right side here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. To throw, it's Hawkins. That's a bullet right into the heart of the field. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This quarterback on fire today.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
PAT puts him up 3. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. Offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a... Play.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Strong game by this quarterback.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Is back on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. He's going to hand this off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Scanning the field. It's Hawkins. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete that time. Just out of reach of the receiver.
Well, we always talk about receivers that if the ball hits your hands, you're supposed to bring it in. But it's hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you like that.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They got off to a slow start, but they had been clicking lately. Can they build on this lead now in the second quarter? And now the handoff. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
The offense now operating in empty. Looking to pass here on second down. On the run here, lets it go. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. You know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Lighting off the defender.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's an out route. The catch made. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. Coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Looking to chuck it again. And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Looking for some space. It's Fowler. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's a test of toughness and a test of will, and the running back won that now.
Yeah, that's a great effort. Love to see running backs get their knees up and run through those potential arm tackles. That's what makes them one of the top backs in the country.
They're set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score Ohio State.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Back to pass. It's Hawkins. Launching downfield. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Running out of time in the pocket. Cannot escape, and down he goes. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Timeout, Ohio State.
That sack makes it second down and forever. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He'll take a deep shot. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down. The Sooners come up to the line in the hurry up. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And he's going to launch it deep again. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Quarterback making some changes at the line. On first and 10, looking to throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he's got some open field ahead. Crosses the 10. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Boy, what a job by the defensive coordinator and the execution of this defense. Everybody's covered downfield, nowhere for the quarterback to go, and they get pressure on him. The ball's in the air, and a great awareness to be able to come down with the interception and take it all the way to the house.
The extra point makes the lead 18 now.
Ohio State, 28. Oklahoma, 10.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Defense is coming after him. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Past the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Chris, that second-tier defender, the linebacker, sometimes can get lost in coverage. I don't know if the quarterback saw him. The quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more.
That makes the score. Ohio State, 35. Oklahoma, 10.
So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. Has the first down and more. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. And the Sooners hustle to the line to run the hurry up. To the air. It's Hawkins. And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Ohio State 35, Oklahoma 10.
The Sooners will kick it off to begin the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Breaking free at the 35. That is a big play, finally brought down at the 44. Just pounding away for another big gain, Kirk. You wonder if this defense is beginning to lose its will a little bit.
I think they are losing their will. You can tell by the way they're tackling. It's been a very impressive performance by this offense and by this running back. You got to believe they're just looking to add to this lead with yet another touchdown.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Now it's second down here. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. A short completion to the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they stop him? Across the 40. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the Sooners offense is back on the field. There's the handoff. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. The Sooners will crank up the tempo. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. To the air, it's Hawkins. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Short completion. A third down play coming up.
Here we go. Gorilla.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. He'll go down, but he does have first down yardage.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And the Sooners will have 1st and 10 here. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Second down.
On the set. Easy.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. The Sooners are going to cash in this red zone trip.
Ringo. Ringo.
Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. The Sooners pick up first down yards to keep the drive going.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And the Sooners pick up enough to get a first down there. And the runner takes off to his right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Looking for 6. The pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Chris, that ball's tipped up into the air, and it's anybody's football. The defense, first of all, does a great job of anticipating a throw down in the red zone, and they're in great position to knock that ball up. But it was exciting to see, would anybody come up with it once it was in the air?
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. And I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial 4th down try. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he's swarmed by the pass rush. A sack to end this drive.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. And result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They'll run it to the left. Powering through. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Gonna run it. It's Fowler. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Let's go. Flip, flip.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 35, Oklahoma 10.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. That's caught. It's Fowler. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Quick throw. The catch is made. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
Second down after that previous play. He'll hand it off. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Makes a quick catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And at first down, they go right back to him. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Second down coming up.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Takes the handoff. It's Fowler. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now. The Buckeyes looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal.
29 Philly. Alert.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score Ohio State 42, Oklahoma 10.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Makes the catch for a huge gain right near the sideline. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back.
Ready?
This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
Green 25.
Back to pass. It's Hawkins. Looking for his back. He finds his man. He stopped, but he gets a first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
It's another first down for the offense.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Looking to throw yet again. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slamming it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And he knocks it right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. We come back out protecting a safe lead. What an awesome feeling to be way ahead in a big road game. And the single back takes the handoff. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense operating from the pistol. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense facing a third and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on third down. They go his way again, and it works out.
Buckeyes line up on 1st and 10 now. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Press coverage now from the secondary. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
Check, check. Lasso. Roll it, roll it.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
It's a run. Running back's got it. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. So a good W here. Their season is up and running. The goal was to be 1-0, but also, Kirk, we got a chance to see what this team is capable of when they play their best.
I completely agree with you, Chris. I was definitely impressed with this performance. We'll just have to see how far this team can really go.